All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Sunday!
Check 49!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Great.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now Wentz on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Tight end's right.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Pass incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll make it third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Hey, we got 3 down.
What's your son?
Now Wentz again. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position.
Mike,
Keep your poise!
Throwing on first down is Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader.
Let's go.
A guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, boy, it's been good.
Now Brady. This is White on the screen. White's got a first down and more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
you don't want no problems with me.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. So now Brady and the Patriots going for two.
Wait! Let's go, no, 66. Here we go.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Push it.
To throw is Brady toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And out now come the Eagles. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Three down.
This is a giant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave him good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense is able to run successfully.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
It's caught inside the 25.
On the ball.
Fourth down
Jordy,
conversion
Jordy.
plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
On the ball.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. Wentz now to throw. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the New England Patriots coming out to take over the football yet again. And Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game, but it was a 1-2 start for the Patriots. The whispers, the dynasty's over. What's going to happen now? And boom, 38. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. His throw incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
They do go for it. It's Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We're good.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They fake the give. Now Wentz being chased out left. This is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 21 yards away, and the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think...
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now Brady throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for New England. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Allen has it, left side. Run here to run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Brady now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get him out.
And got his man complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Black. Here we go.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Tight right. 82.
On play action, Wentz throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards that time and a first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wentz to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Wentz gonna throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Time. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Brady. That's complete. It's Gordon. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. Buying time to his left. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On play action, now Brady steps away to his left. He's going to air it out deep for Hope. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Brady going to throw. The throw left side complete to Hogan.
Let's go.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, it's White. White's got a 1st down and more. And all the way in, touchdown, New England. James White, 34 yards, and the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
66.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Here we go, G.
Brady throws right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
4 down. Check.
Throwing his Wentz. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He can run for it, and he will. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively, pure frustration.
Check 31.
Run.
On 1st down, Wentz. On the crossing route, complete. That's Gibson. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there, 67 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Oh.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that from a wide receiver's perspective. Those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go.
They begin with Michelle on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Brady now to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arms got...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Brady, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Mike, 53. 53.
And they will run it with Michelle. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Here's Brady to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s, I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of the game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Now Brady, complete to Brissett. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. You're willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Goal 50.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Goes underneath here to White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Brady again.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. Odd. 5 minutes.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So we'll see the onside kick here right out of the 2-minute warning.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tight end's on the Ringo.
Hey, we're good. We're good.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
What's your son?
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Son, Lady! What's on? Liz, on the ball!
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins.
It's a party now.
And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they had stopped them on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing.
Mike 52.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Come on now.
The Eagles
Come
on
now.
third
Let's go.
down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Alert! Alert! 3 down! 3 down!
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Man 5-7. Black, come on.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
82.
Wentz to throw. Flushed out running. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
81.
Wentz to throw. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.